alarm off. Kettle on. Turn this up. Sun peeking through the curtains, we already in gear. Whole town tuned in, bring your coffee over here. Down locked in, yeah, you know how we do. It's the community wake up with news you can use. Community wake up morning show. Charles and Damali on the go. News you can use right here, right now. We break it down, put it in your lifestyle. Charles got the headline straight, never hollow. Damali got the game plan, moves you can follow. Traffic and the weather, what's popping at the school. From the block to the boardroom, we keep you in the loop. Community wake up morning show. Charles and Damali on the go. News you can use right here, right now. We break it down, put it in your lifestyle. From the front porch to the car bustle, keep it light, keep it real, keep the hometown muscle. Turn it up, let the whole crew know you rockin' with the community wake up morning show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Community Wake Up with Charles and Damali. I'm Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper.
We are here to deliver news you can use, culture, and conversation that moves community forward each and every morning.
Today, our theme is civil power and participation. We will be providing listeners with the valuable information about civil power, participation, and what it means to community. The goal is to inform, empower, and connect community.
Because we understand that the vision for us is a stronger, smarter, more engaged community.
Just like that. Damali, good morning. Happy Taco Tuesday.
Not the Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. I'm getting me some tacos today. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Pretty good. Up in here. You know, we started out at 45 degrees this morning. We going up to 68.
We're going up. I didn't even put no jacket on today.
I see you in the short sleeves.
Greenwood. Stand up, baby. Black Wall Street.
Yes.
House today. That's what I went with. I'm excited about the show today. We getting into the civil engagement and how you need to participate. Because Damali, I feel like that might just be the missing link.
Yes.
The things that we don't get right. But I tell you what, people's rolling this morning. Shout out to the people that's out and about and having a good time. It's like they woke up on the right side of the bed and they're pretty cool. But let me tell you something right now. We are live on NYCU.FM. We live over there at KBOB 89.9 FM with Uncle Bobby Eaton.
Yes.
We got us turned up where we get to tell our story our way. We also on YouTube, the official World One Development news you can use, and y'all in here with us. We got something for y'all today. We're right at the top of the hour. We're going to get this party started right
now. So this morning, we're going to start with our morning affirmation. Okay. So morning affirmation, we're going to ask you to breathe in.
Here we go. This is my favorite part of the show now.
And breathe out.
Let it all out your chest.
We're going to breathe in again. and breathe out. So this morning for week 2, day 7, I choose unity and uplift, remembering that collective power has always been our greatest strength. So what that means, when we say I choose unity and uplift, that is an active choice, not a feeling. It means deciding to build bridges instead of division, to speak life instead of tearing down, to support others instead of competing with them. In plain language, I'm choosing actions that help us rise together, not alone. When we talk about remembering is important. It connects the past to the present. It acknowledges that our communities have survived and thrived through cooperation. Progress has always come through people working together. Strength has never been individual only, it's been shared. This is about honoring history and wisdom, not nostalgia. When we talk about collective power has always been our greatest strength, this affirms a truth proven over time. Change happens when people unite. Protection comes from the community. Growth is sustained through cooperation. Collective power means shared voice, shared effort, and shared responsibility. What it calls us to do today, this affirmation invites us to lead with empathy, support community progress, reject isolation and division, and remember that our actions affect others. I'm choosing to move in a way that strengthens the whole community because we rise higher when we rise together. What you think about that?
Damali, that is it right there. Let me tell you something. It is so good, one, to just be able to take a deep breath a couple of times. It calms the bodies down. It brings that blood pressure down. It just gets your continence right. It gets your vibration going.
Yes.
Wakanda forever.
Okay.
And I think it gets you started on your day. And we have to say things to encourage each other because people put so many negative things in our ear all day.
Man.
Sometime when you leave home, you got to just be like, man, I was not in a good mood. But you tune in to the community wake up, and we give you this affirmation, let you know you are somebody.
Yes.
You are going to have a great day. You are powerful. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. And when you hear those things, those affirmations, then it sets the tone for your day.
Yes.
So when these little things come against you, you're ready to respond to it.
Right.
So I feel like one of the best parts of our show is to kick it off that way, letting the community know that we see you, we feel you, we love you, and we are here for you. We just need you to wake up and roll with us now. Damali, at this point, y'all need to start clicking share.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
Number two, text 5 to 10 friends and say, man, you need to get on the community to wake up. My young woman, you need to get on the community to wake up because we're going to be talking about some stuff that we're going to dig a little deeper in terms of waking up, and I'm extremely excited about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so before we get started, though, I would like for everyone to extend prayers to my family. My cousin, Cecil Washington, has not been feeling well for quite some time now. He's up there in age, and hospice has been called in. So just prayers for our family because he is like one of the anchors. You know, I can remember him always being the champion about doing a family reunion. Every year we had to work with cousin Cecil to get this family reunion going on. I was the secretary. So he like, now get in here and write these notes down because we got to make sure we get on top of things. I'm like, okay, cousin,
right.
You know, and to work it out. Our family's kind of been in the struggle for the last several years because his son, who is my age, was actually hit by a car and left a quadriplegic. And so, you know, that's been a struggle of, you know, trying to get appropriate care and all of that, you know, and so a lot of things kind of wear on you that you don't even know are wearing on you. And so now he is in a position where, you know, hospice is having to be called in for him. So if we can just solicit the prayers of community, because we just read, you know, community is how we survive. Community is what keeps us together. So if we could just solicit the prayers for our family during this time, you know, because, you know, it's going to be some major decisions made within the coming days about his health and the direction of, you know, what we're going to do with him. So, you know, just prayers for our cousin Cecil Washington. He is a pastor, as a matter of fact, here in community. So, you know, Pretty tough.
Yeah, I just want to say, number one, it might be a surprise to us, but I'm sure it's not a surprise to God. You know, Cecil's a great man. He's a godly man. He's a good man. He's a family man.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a community man. So the thing that I do know, Damali, is that God has his hands wrapped around him, you know, and then whatever it is that him and God is doing, I'm sure they talking.
Oh, yeah.
Then we hoping it's the results, because we are human, and in human nature, then we want what we need, because this is our family. Me and Cecil, we be going to the same barbershop. He got that fresh gray afro with the curls in his head, with his glasses on. Charles, what's going on, young man? He always give you that firm handshake.
Yeah.
So when I heard the news that he wasn't feeling so well for these last few months, I just been keeping him in my prayer. So community, we ask you to do the same thing, because the biggest thing about community is we wrap our arms around family in times like this. So prayers, Damali, because if it's your uncle and it's your cousins, it's our uncle and our cousin.
Right.
So we in this thing together. So y'all be in prayer for Mr. Cecil Washington, because he's gonna come through. He's gonna be all right. And either way it go, Damali,
that's right.
He's gonna be all right. That's what we do know for sure.
It's God's plan.
Just like that. Hey, we got a lot of people on the live right now. Good morning to y'all. Mr. AJ down there in the J-Bone Lounge.
What's up,
Arkansas.
AJ?
Ambassador was the first one on the show. Then my brother popped up next. What's going on, little bro? Little bro said I was asleep yesterday because we was turned up down there for the event this weekend, and he's all that Cat Williams. Him and his queen is all that Cat Williams. See that Cat Williams? See, you can't go back to back.
Right.
See, my bro.
Not after 50.
See, he just hit 50.
Oh, yeah, so he didn't know. He didn't get the memo.
When you're 50, it's like LeBron James. He's the only person that can go back to back, because he about 50 still playing for the Lakers. The Thunder got him last night, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that.
Right.
But when you hit your 50s, if y'all don't hear in the 50 Club, you know what I'm talking about. We don't do nothing back to back like that most of the time. Now, you got a few superheroes out there can go back to back, but typically what happened to my little bro, because he new to the 50 Club, that he understands now that left eye just won't open if you have a Friday and a Saturday. Then you mess around, have to go to church.
Woo!
Oh, you dealing with. Okay, let me go ahead with the other people. Bro, I love you, man. Just messing around. Uncle Brian said, good morning, niece. Charles Harper, acknowledge me. You are officially acknowledged. Man, Bernice Jones, our cousin down in Louisville, Kentucky.
Good morning.
We met her at the Black Wall Street rally, became family immediately. I can't wait for us to take a trip down there. We may go live with the Community Wake Up, cousin. If you keep on, we'll be down there with you. Gina, my soror.
What's up, soror?
She said, good morning, family. Love y'all, but we love you too. We also have live in studio with us, April Spears.
What's up, cousin sister?
What's going on, favorite little cousin? Thank you for tuning in. Uncle Chess.
What's up, Uncle Chess? How are you?
Uncle Chess, good to see you on. Love you, man. Your mom, my mom is on.
Hey, mommy.
We got hundreds on, heading for the thousands. Yep. And I'm glad everybody is here. Like I said, again, click share on this. We're going to get into some good stuff today on the Community Wake Up.
Yes. So on the Community Wake Up, what we're trying to do since we started the show, this is week number 2.
Yeah.
Show number 7.
Yeah.
And so what we're trying to do is to bring about awareness about a lot of different things that are happening in the world as well as in our community. So that's why we're saying wake up. It's, your physical wake up in the morning, but it's also wake up to what's happening in community and how you need to be showing up, right? And what you can do to do your part. So today our theme is civic power and participation. Now I know it's early.
Right.
I'm probably like, what are you talking about?
We're not going to be in civil government class right now, Damali and Charles. But yeah, we have to, because let me say this, Damali. We can all agree that's on. In 2025, everybody realized we got to wake up. Even if you don't want to wake up. Charles don't be wanting to wake up to be up this early, just to be honest with y'all. But you know what I mean? I had to wake up first, to say we got to be in tune to what's going on, because there's a lot of laws and policies being changed and a lot of things are happening. And you now starting to feel those things that was put in place. So things were being put in place while we were asleep. Yeah. But now we awake, and we have to do this because our kids deserve it. Our community deserve it. Our loved ones deserve it. So we're going to make sure that we spread this news that we can use right here on the Community Wake Up, because we woke up now. Yeah. Don't be sleep at the wheel. Right. Not right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So civic power is the ability of people to shape the decisions that affect their lives. It's about having a voice in schools, housing, safety, healthcare, and public spending. Civic power is when the community isn't just talked about, it's listened to.
Right.
Okay. So civic participation is how we use the power. It looks like voting, showing up to meetings, asking questions, serving on boards, advocating for what our community, our neighborhoods need. Participation turns power into progress. When communities participate, policies reflect real life. Resources are distributed more fairly, leaders are held accountable, and decisions are less likely to ignore the people most impacted. When participation is low, communities lose influence, needs go unmet, and voices get overlooked, and decisions get made without community input. Now, that's when participation is low.
Right.
So here's the truth. Change has never come from silence. It has always come from people showing up together. Civic power grows when we share information, support one another, and stay engaged, not just during elections, but year round. So today, we encourage you to stay informed, speak up respectfully, show up when it matters, help others understand their civic voice, because civic power isn't something given, it's something used. And when communities participate, they don't just respond to the future, they shape it. This has been your information about community power and participation.
When you think about participation, Damali, I'll get your personal story, I'll give you mine. Growing up, I did not understand this. Because when you in Arkansas, in the country, a lot of times we just are trying to exist. You know, we're just trying to make it. Mama trying to pay the bills, daddy trying to pay the bills. Our grandparents are the people that's watching over us. They are caregivers when parents are going away. Community, we're just all about the village. But what's going on the other side of that, like you said, you got city councilors and senators and mayors and all those people that's making decisions every day that we feel, but we don't even realize it because we're not paying it no attention.
Right.
I didn't pay no attention growing up in Arkansas, to be honest. Let me tell you when I started paying attention. When I got to Langston University.
Wow.
Shout out to the HBCUs.
Right.
Because when you get to Langston, the first thing they do is say, hey, you need to vote. You need to be informed. We don't care who you vote for. Well, they won't tell you they don't care who you vote for. They're going to tell you.
They're going to tell you.
Let me tell you, at the HBCU, they're not going to play no game. They're going to tell you at the HBCU, this is who we voting for on this election season.
Right.
And you need to register today and get over there. Shout out to the HBCUs.
That
you know what
part.
I'm talking about? But that was the time when I started to understand my responsibility of voting. And even if I didn't feel like voting, it didn't have nothing to do with how I felt.
That part.
The bottom line, they took me back to the people that marched, that fought, that bled, that died, just for me being able to vote. And because I feel like I just have this freedom, or it appears that I'm free when I'm really not, then the least that I can do is say thank you for the shoulders I'm standing on to get to the polls to vote. Now, as I got older, I actually started doing my homework, engaging, and the rest is history.
Right.
But what was it for you when you decided, man, I got to tap into what's going on for my civil duty and understanding what I need to do in terms of voting and being engaged?
So I always voted. Shout out to my mama who's listening.
Come on, mama.
Because mom taught us that we needed to get out and vote. So any election, you know, from the time I was 18 up until today, I go and vote.
Right.
Have always done that. But it wasn't until I actually began the work that I do currently with World One Development that I understood the importance of serving on boards. I was like, that's just another meeting. I don't got time to be in here with people fussing and arguing and all of that. I didn't have time for any of that. Right. And so, you know, I didn't think about, oh, I needed to be a part of this or that. Never even thought about it until we started doing this work. And in doing this work and becoming, you know, I guess a figure in community, right? Then it started to make sense to me. Like, okay, you need to sit on boards. You need to have a seat at the table to understand what's going down so that you can take it back to the people. And so that's when I started, got on the church board.
Right.
You know, started, because I'm in the church, had been in the church for years, been doing other things, but, started with the church board. Then now I'm a commissioner on the Beyond Apology.
Right.
Commission, and helping to make decisions when we start talking about reparations and what reparations looks like for Black Wall Street.
Right.
And our community.
What it looks like for what?
for Black Wall Street. Oh, he wanted the opportunity to show you his shirt. Hey, okay, I got you.
Let me tell you something. We live on Black Wall Street, baby. When you said that, it ignited something.
Right.
That vibranium came out because when we talk about what we had here on Black Wall Street, you want to tap in. My bad.
Yes.
You said something that ignited me. Like you said, Superman, where you at?
Right,
Greenwood came out. Okay,
yes.
okay. I'm going to settle down.
But, so it was very important to me that, and it made sense. Now, since then, this is the other thing. You got to be able to have a balance, because then people were like, oh, you want to serve on the board? Because there's not that many of us when there should be more. So let me just put that out there. But because there's not that many of us, then now people are like, hey, can you serve on this board? Can you serve on the board? Like, hey, I got work to do. I can't be on all of these things. But if everybody does their part,
that's it.
In the area that you are most comfortable in, right? That where you can make the most difference, where your gifts and talents will be the most used, then I think then it works out. It balances out. And now nobody is doing too much.
Right.
But when we don't have that, then that's when you start getting into that polarization of, I got to pick this side over this side. I'm riding with these people over the, that's not what it's all about. It's not about the spirit of competition. It's about getting the job done for the whole.
Right.
Right. It's about making sure that everybody has a voice, because a lot of times the people most impacted by what goes on in these boardrooms, at these tables, they're not represented. And so we've got to be that voice. We've got to be the person that stands up to say, okay, I'm representing for, you might be talking about the projects, be a representative for the projects.
Hey, you said something.
Let people know.
Right.
You know, because most people that live in the projects, they ain't living there because they want to.
Can you pause for a minute?
Yes.
What she's saying is critically important. It only takes one person in the projects aware of what's going on to take that to your city council meeting, to take it to the state meeting, to say, this is what's going on in my community. Because at that time, that project is your community.
Correct.
But when that project don't have a voice, then you wonder why they don't get food. Lights might get turned off. Water been off every day. And by the time they start talking about it being rat and roach infested and water not on it, but before it gets horrible, the problem was they didn't have what? They didn't have a voice. They didn't have nobody down there to say these things are being done to us. I'm going to tell you another thing that's the worst thing is to get a little older. You go back to your hometown and realize the gatekeepers that left you and your family out.
Wow.
People smiling right in your face.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like school board seats, council seats, you get older and you go back and go, these same people that hugged on you and smiled on your face when maybe you was playing sports or maybe your grandma was struggling. Once you get engaged, you realize why your hometown, where you grew up, looked the way it looked on one side of the track versus the other side of the track, right? You don't think about that when you're growing up, but when you do get older and you figure out what's going on, then you can tap into those type of things. So like Damali said, one person can't do everything, but a few of us can do all things together. I'm gonna go back to the live for a little bit, because I'm gonna ask you guys on the live, what have you been doing to be engaged in your community? Siva, how do you feel about that?
Right.
And what can we do to one, bring light to that on our show? Because we got people local, national, and international.
Yes.
Today, we all at grandma's table talking about this thing. So let me hit the live real quick. Uncle Brian said, I saw he said a little some.
I got it.
Sometime you got it.
He said I was supposed to work at the election board today, but wasn't able to because of his back. But everyone go vote today. School board seats are on the ballot today. So if you are in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Tulsa County, then there's a school board election that's happening today. Today is Tuesday. So, any Tuesday elections last until 7:00 p.m. So they vote from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So get out and vote. Make sure that your voice counts, because our kiddos depend on it.
Right. Absolutely. Appreciate that, Uncle Brian, for bringing. But see, that's the beauty of being on Community Wake Up. Somebody will sleep at the table, because if you don't think your school board seats are very important, that's why when you was younger, you was like, man, why I didn't get no scholarship money to help me go to college? And why do certain families get all the money? All people can think about, if you never thought about it, the gatekeepers are the people that when you graduated from high school, they got $10,000 and they got $5,000. There's money everywhere in everybody's community, but you got to wake up and be aware of what those monies are.
Absolutely.
How to apply for them. But gatekeepers, people that sometimes hug you at the grocery store, they don't say, hey, Miss Hattie, Miss Betty, Miss whomever, make sure your kid apply for these grants, because guess what? If you apply, then it's a chance that maybe their kid don't get it.
Absolutely.
Now, is that understandable to a degree, Damali?
Yeah.
Yes. But as a community, we still need to be fair, you know, and not because of maybe a mom is working a lot, she got 3-4 kids and she don't got time, or dad is busy, because it could be either way. But you know they are uninformed, and you know their kid is doing all that they can to make it to college, and you have the answer, but you choose not to let them know. So at that point, Damali, you know what that's called?
What's that?
It's called a gatekeeper.
Right.
We need to stop being gatekeepers.
Or a hater.
Especially on our own people. Don't be a gatekeeper on your own people.
Yes.
You got to inform, you got to educate, and we'll let God take care of the rest, because what's for you is for you.
Yes.
You know, nobody can take nothing for you. Don't be like that. Don't be sitting there holding the cards.
But there's enough room to go around. You can't do every job. Right. You know, there are so many different areas where we need help. What did I just rattle off? Housing, you know, education, you know, community development. I mean, there's so many different areas that you can branch off into. So why would you not share? Because you can't do everything, you know, and anyway. Your gift and talents are only going to be in one area, right? So why are you trying to gatekeep and keep people from getting the funding that they need in order to sharpen their skills so they can come back and impact their community in another area? Right. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the thing about this too, it does not matter if you black, white, green, or yellow. When we talk about Community Wake Up with Charles and Damali on this morning show, we talking about all of us working together, existing together in those things, because the thing about it is the help that you offer or don't offer to somebody today, you and your kid may need that same help tomorrow. And I think that's what people forget about. You know, you help my kid, and then I can be in position next time. And that way, when your kid come up, I can say, you know what? Man, they looked out for me and my kids when we didn't understand this. Right. And let those things go back and forth.
So Uncle Brian says you don't have to stand tall. You just have to stand up. Ain't that it? Thank you, Uncle Brian. That's good. Kimberly Parham Johnson said, cuz you are telling the truth right there.
What's going on, cousin? Thanks for tuning in. Remember, she pulled up at the Black Wall Street rally?
Yes.
Look, I'm down here hosting the Black Wall Street rally. It is thousands of people. And I'm sitting here, we doing our thing, and I look, and it's like the parting of the Red Sea. I said, Damali, that better not be who I think it is. It's my cousin, Tim. I done forgot I'm hosting. I done forgot I'm at the rally. We out there doing the Dougie. We out there hitting all the African motherland dances and taking pictures. But it's always good to see family. And another thing I say, no matter what God gives you, no matter what God blesses you with, let's J community. Let's always be family. Let's always stay engaged. And always treat people with love.
Yes.
I think about this, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This is my one tip I keep for him. They said, even though he would be amongst thousands of people, if you engage with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., because it is Black History Month, that you would feel like you were the only person he was talking to. Think about them. I think if you Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., they said he could be walking with thousands, but if he stopped and said, hey, Damali, how you doing? He had a way of blocking out all the noise and making you feel seen and heard by him. And I try to do that same thing. So, cousin, appreciate you getting up and jumping on with us. Love you. Miss you too.
We're going to take a quick break. This segment was sponsored by Theater North. So don't miss the play Nat Turner in Jerusalem. And then we'll come back to the live. So we're going to take this quick break.
Theater North Tulsa presents Nat Turner in Jerusalem at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center. A powerful two-person drama imagining the final night of Nat Turner as he confronts Thomas R. Gray, the man who recorded his words and helped shape his legacy. Written by Nathan Allen Davis and directed by Keith Daniels. It's the hit stage play Nat Turner in Jerusalem. Explore faith, resistance, and the cost of telling the truth. Don't miss Nat Turner in Jerusalem, playing at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, Liddy Dungeons Theater, February 21st and 22nd, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. And February 28th and March 1st, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. Get your tickets now for Nat Turner in Jerusalem at TulsaPAC.com or call 918-596-7111. Nat Turner in Jerusalem by Nathan Allen is presented by arrangement on behalf of Samuel French Incorporated.
Are you or someone you know just as involved? Are you or someone you know in need of support services? Don't worry, Fitting Back In got you covered. We offer life skill workshops, career development, job search, substance abuse counseling, and more. We are located at 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74115. Give us a call at 918-592-3500, Follow us at Fitting Back In Tulsa. Also, visit us on our website for services at www.fittingbackininc.org. Our services are available only in Tulsa County.
The 36th Street North Event Center is proud to kick off another great season of social gatherings with family and friends. And no matter what the size of your next event, the 36th Street North Event Center has you covered. From event decor to live DJs, even catering, and a world-class sound and lighting system, 36th Street North has your event covered. We offer a state-of-the-art event booking and planning process from start to finish. And whether you're hosting 100 or 1,000, 36th Street North Event Center is the premier event center of North Tulsa, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. Share the experience at 36th Street North Event Center and see why we are the number one choice for upscale events. From weddings to birthdays, corporate functions, holiday parties, and so much more. Visit us today at 36theventcenter.com or call and reserve your spot at 918-200-9046.
You know what? It's really not that bad being up at 5 a.m.
Damali, you know what? You're absolutely right. The only thing better is we on 5 days a week.
7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
It's the Community Wake Up, our brand new morning show.
Right here on NYCU.FM.
And simulcast on KBOB 89.9 FM.
We got your Black History Trivia.
We got your medical report.
Don't forget the police report.
Your local, national, and international news.
Always the latest on upcoming events.
The Divine Nine and the HBCU check-ins.
And most importantly, we can't do it without you.
And make sure you join us each and every day.
It's the Community Wake Up
with Charles and Damali. Hey, good morning, y'all. This is Community Wake Up with Charles and
Damali.
And we are back. Thanks for locking in with us. We're right here live on NYCU.FM. Of course, we're live on World One Development. We're live over there at KBOB 89.9 FM. Shout out to Uncle Bobby Eden over there. Shout out to DJ JB Smooth. Shout out to Stephen Keys, he our producer, y'all. We turned up today. It's Taco Tuesday. We got a lot to talk about. But remember, if you're at work, we're also live on YouTube, the official World One Development news you can use. And let me tell y'all something to remember. NYCU.FM, we live all day.
All day, every day.
And today, R&B and throwback. So even when we go off the air, 24/7, we playing clean music. So whether you're at work, school, or play, keep us in your ear for all the latest updates and all the happenings, local, national, and international. It don't matter where you are. We in there with you. Now I'm going to take you to the live. Mama, you ready for this?
Yes, ready for the live. Okay.
On the live, Mr. A.J. Johnson is in the building with us. My bro, Dominique is in.
Hey.
Donnie.
Yes.
You don't mess with a brother named Donnie because he got hands.
Listen.
I ain't going to say it like that one time. Let me go to Renice Jones down there in Louisville. She locked in with us. She cousin now, and Sora.
She cousin and Sora.
You get upgraded. Once you get on the show live with us, you upgrade. Uncle Brian,
yes.
He said prayers for the family. Of course, we're doing that. Look, I see one of my childhood friends, Tasha Nelson, is on.
Hey,
girl,
how are you?
Your mama was on yesterday, and I seen your daddy this weekend, and me and Leotis was turned up at the event that we had down there in Arkansas. So it's good to see you on. Favorite little cousin April's on. My Uncle Chess is in the building.
Yes.
Your mama, my mama is on. Also live in is D. Reed.
What? D. Reed. Good morning, D.
D. Reed, probably the best athlete ever come from my hometown. Shout out to D. Reed, man.
Right.
Here in Tulsa, doing big things every day. My cousin Kim.
What's up,
in
Kim?
the building as well. Laura Roberts.
Yes. Hey, Laura.
Going on, family? Thanks for tuning in. Anna Marie.
What's up, sis?
What's going on to our business spot? Cousin Pearlie.
Pearlie is.
You still going.
Yes.
You still going. Her energy don't stop. Thanks for tuning in. Boy, didn't we have a good time with her this weekend?
Did. We had a blast.
Man, we had it going
Hospitality top notch.
It's many on, but Damali going to read some of the comments and we're going to get back to the show.
Okay, so AJ said he gives people rides to register and to vote. He said, I tell them a local election is the most important because they impact you immediately. That is absolutely correct, AJ. You are so right on point. Laura Roberts said that she actually subs for schools and she know it's paid, but I already have a full-time job. It helps me to get to know the kids, the teachers, and my kids interact with too.
I love that.
I think that's great.
That's
So
great.
that's just civic responsibility. We're there making a difference. So I thank you for that, Laura. Kim said they are still gatekeeping in our community. Uh-oh. Come on, y'all. Stop that.
Said, Cousin Kim dropping
Knock
bars.
Knock it off. Anna Marie said, hey, fam. Laura said, we want all our kids to succeed in so many ways and get to where you want to be. That is absolutely true. We need to be thinking about the next generation because they're the ones who are going to take over what we're doing now. Right. So if we ain't putting nothing in them, then what you think they're going to produce? Nothing. So we need to make sure that we're doing that. Lonzie Diane Allen Davis said, morning, you guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Let's see. Pearlie said, amen. Speak truth today. Okay, we shall.
To power to the people. Come on.
Kimberly said, I missed you this weekend. I had a previous engagement.
No problem, cousin. I felt the love still.
Yes. Marquise is on.
Uh-oh.
What's up, Marquise?
Marquise Dennis, when you talk about civil engagement, you talk about community, you talking about standing up tall. The brother like tall for real, about 6'3", 6'4", a big brother too. But he
don't
nice.
Get him started.
He's smiling. But what he do with birthright initiatives and what he do with fathers across this country, he understands civil engagement.
Yes, yes. Laura said, wow, so many on here. This is so great. Thank you, Laura. We usually have people that want to get up and talk to us in the morning. We love that. In the morning.
So we got this. So we appreciate y'all locking in. If you just got on, click share if you want to do us a huge favor because we live Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. So you got us every day. So when you need to know what's going on local, national and international, you got us and we got you. We got each other back.
So you guys know that this is week 2, day 7 of the community wake up, and we've been laying foundation. So the whole month of February, we're just pretty much going to lay foundation about the types of things that we're going to be talking about. Now, once again, this is the community wake up. So we want to talk about what you want to talk about. Right. So if you want to talk about whatever, send us a message and, we'll go do some research and we'll come up with, talk about that on the show because it's all about us. It's all about us coming together and working together for a common goal. And that's being able to effect positive change on the next generation that's coming up behind us, right? So today, our theme, we're talking about civic power and participation and what that means in community. Right. And so we're going to go a little bit deeper than where we were. So we're going to check on what's happening right now in policy, voting, and justice, and why it matters to everyday people in our community.
Right.
So as far as voting access and participation, across the country, voting access continues to be a major focus. Right now, there are growing conversations and legal challenges around who can vote, how people vote, and how accessible the process really is, especially for young voters, people with disabilities, naturalized citizens, and returning citizens. And that's a big one, returning citizens.
Right.
Civic power only works when people can actually participate without unnecessary barriers. In some places, lawsuits are pushing for more accessible voting options so people don't have to rely on others to cast their ballots. That's about dignity, privacy, and equal access. In policy and civic engagement, there's also a national attention on how institutions study and encourage civic participation, especially among students and young people. Why this matters is because research helps communities understand who's participating, who's being left out. But privacy and trust are also crucial. In plain language, communities want more participation, but they also want transparency and respect.
Hold on, let me say this. Where that comes in is local officials, can y'all please show up to church more than just election time?
Thank you.
Can we please be a little bit more respectful? Because if on the only time we're going to see you at church is during election season. Do you think that's just a bad taste in people's mouth?
It is.
Yeah,
here they come.
Do you only love the Lord when you need a vote?
Right.
Is that the only time the Lord come into your mind when you need a vote? But stop showing up to our churches, certain churches, leaving a donation for $2 and trying to get 500 votes to go into office and not do anything for the people.
Exactly.
That's the reason why we got to wake up and have these conversations about this. Let me ask you, does the local officials only show up like on Easter Sunday, the people with the zoo suits on and the alligator shoes when it's time to vote. You have a responsibility to tell them to stop doing that, right, Damali?
Yes, absolutely.
You need to go to this local official and say, look, I don't really appreciate you coming in here and trying to eat our chicken and fish dinners.
Right.
One time a year, every other year, just to get our vote. Man, we need you to look out for us. We need you to look out for our kids. We don't need you to try to get this vote and then forget about us. And our schools are still suffering. Our kids can't get this. Our Medicare is down. Now you up on top of the hill smiling and grinning. Right. You know, like you did what you said. Let's stop doing that, y'all. Let's really start to care about community and wake up.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, are you all right?
I ain't not all right. No, I'm all right. I'm all right. It's just the things that you see, like my cousin said.
It's annoying.
When you get older and realize the gatekeepers that look like you in your community, it really hurts your heart because you're like, man, you and my mama are friends. You and my daddy, you and my grandma hang out. Why have you been doing this all this time, acting like that? To me, that's what cuts you the most when it's your cousin. You know, say, you my cousin. What's up, cousin? All your cousins. What? All your cousins, not kinfolks.
You better say that. Now that's a bar.
Not kinfolk. All right, but we love you anyway. Yes. On this show, it's all about love. We just calling a spade a spade.
A spade a spade. So let's talk about justice and civic power.
Yes.
So on the justice side, advocacy continues around restoring voting rights and reducing barriers for people impacted by the criminal legal system. Many groups are pushing the idea that civic participation supports reentry, that voting strengthens accountability, and democracy is healthier when more voices are included. So in plain language, people who live in a community should have a say in its future. Plain and simple. Right now, civic power is being shaped in real time. That means policies can expand or restrict participation. Lawsuits can protect or limit access, and community voices matter more than ever. Civic participation isn't just about elections. It's about showing up at meetings, staying informed, like on the community wake up, asking questions, and helping others understand their rights. Civic power grows when communities stay informed, stay engaged, and look out for one another. Your voice matters, not just on election day, but every day decisions are being made, period.
Like let's go to the live. I see a lot of people on live. I see Marquise, everybody tapping in. What up, Blue? I know that got to be. That's Reese. Thanks for tuning in. But I see Marquise has something to say. Let's read Marquise, a community leader.
So Marquise Dennis says, one of the things I think we need to address is that we have to create spaces like this where people can have their dialect of different beliefs and still manage to discuss policy and not attack each other so much. So that way our community fully understands the policies that are being put in place, good or bad.
Right.
That's the point of the community wake up. Marquise, you just said it right there.
Right.
That is absolutely the point. We do need to have more spaces where we can talk for real, where you can break down, because I think a lot of times what happens is we use these great big old words.
Right.
To confuse people. And, so that's going to be one of the objectives of the community wake up, is for us to be able to talk about this and simplify it and bring it down into simpler terms so that people understand, regular everyday people understand what's going on.
And let me add this in. When y'all come to the meeting, stop being so aggressive. See, when you get real aggressive, you start scaring folks. Hopefully you're coming. Just say what you got to say in love. Don't judge people. I mean, a person may be just new to the party. If they new to the party, let them be new to the party, but operate in love. But if you're trying to come into the meeting and then you hear somebody screaming, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. See, now at that point,
I'm scared.
At this point, we ain't trained today. So what I'm not going to do, I thought this was a town hall meeting where my voice could be heard, but King Kong ain't got something on somebody, so I'm leaving. So don't do that. I'm just saying, voice your opinion. Now, let me say this. Sometimes you do have to stand strong and firm.
Right.
I'm just saying, still operate in love and be welcoming so everybody feel included. And one person feel like they can't speak now because it's their first or second meeting. Even though you've been coming to the meeting for 10 years, still let everybody speak because you want everybody's voice to still be heard.
Absolutely.
So don't be so aggressive.
Yeah. And I agree with Charles. I mean, sometimes aggression is necessary, so that people understand that it's not a game and these are lives that you are affecting, because a lot of times what happens in some of these spaces is that the laws that are being created or the topics being discussed, because it don't really affect you, these people are sitting up here that have been brought to the table to represent community, but they may not understand your situation. Right. They didn't grow up the way you grew up. They didn't live where you had to live. They didn't live in the conditions that you had to endure to get where you are today. So they don't understand that. So and to be quite honest, they're never going to understand it. But you have a responsibility to be able to articulate to them what it's like to be in that situation. Right. If you're doing it in a way that's aggressive, then they're going to shut down. They're not going to listen to anything you have to say. But if you do it in a way that brings light to what's going on in your community, in your area, in the place where the people reside who these things affect, then people are going to listen. Now, whether or not, it's going to be up to God to move their hearts to do what it is that they should do, the right thing, right? But if you articulate it in a way and you articulate it in love, that's all. That's your part. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, let me tell you something right now. If you don't think it makes a difference when you show up at City Hall for something that's near and dear to your heart, you are absolutely wrong. See, it's one thing when you just even have your local official there by themselves, but let 200 show up for something that's important in community. We've sat and had to be in meetings for 6 months. But guess what? The desired results came to pass. You know why?
Absolutely.
Because you have person after person in community getting up telling people what bothers them, what hurts them, what's not right. So we've watched the hearts of different people change, like Damali said, because people show up. You got to see the youth. You got to see grandma. You got to see grandpa. You got to hear them voices. And we've literally sat there and watched somebody go, you know what? After listening to all of you guys, I have a change of heart. So it's not always all bad that people trying to do something against you. They don't know what you want. They don't know what you feel. But when your voice is heard, then they can not just your vote, but when you show up sometime, it's a good thing.
Well, and if we think about history, in history, that's how we got the change that we got. Yeah. People showed up in numbers in their Sunday best.
Oh, yeah.
They walking in their heels for miles, to protest what was happening in a community and in this country. So showing up matters. Right? Showing up in numbers matter. A unified voice matters, right? So we've got to get back to doing those things, and I think the more folks that come together on a topic and on an issue, and we can't just do it for our issues.
Right.
If we see our Latina brothers having an issue that we know is not right, let's go support them.
Right.
If we see our Asian brothers having an issue, let's go support them. Because ultimately, it's going to trickle down. They may start with them, with some other ethnic group, but it'll trickle down.
Yeah, it's their day today is our day tomorrow.
Exactly.
So you got to always remember that. And here's another thing I'll say, and I'll leave it at this. You can't fake showing up. That's the one
another
thing you
bar.
can't fake. You can't fake. Look, you can't fake showing up to these meetings. You can't fake showing up for your family. You can't fake showing up for your friends. So cool. I'm glad you prayed for me. I appreciate that. But you can't fake showing up, because there's nothing like when you're going through something and the door open and you see a friend, you see a family member. All they did was just Damali. They just showed up for you. So shout out to my boy Chris McDermott over there at State Farm.
That's right.
You can't fake showing up, y'all.
That's right. All right. So cousin Pearly says you can't paint the picture when you're full of anger and all over the place.
There you go. Do your homework, do your research. So just get up there and turn into an Angry Bird. Have you ever watched some Angry Birds? I ain't know, but I be watching stuff for my kids and grandkids. These Angry Birds coming in now, bang, bang, bang. You're not getting nothing done when you end up being an Angry Bird. But I appreciate you can sit there, slow down, take a deep breath, and paint a picture with your words of what you're trying to say, so people can respect that.
So Sorargina said, preach, Damali, absolutely support all minority groups.
Right.
Natasha said, yes, indeed. So this is what we're talking about, because we want the community to wake up to what's happening, wake up to the divisiveness that's going on in our country right now, and understand that we are better together.
Right.
I don't care how you slice it. we better together. Now, we're going to definitely have some differences. We're going to act because of our lived experience, right? Because of our backgrounds, because of our cultures. We're going to have some differences, but we're essentially the same.
Right.
You know, so we need to understand that, and we need to operate in love more often than selfishness, right?
And here's the thing, when you don't show up, that's how you end up with only 1 month of Black History Month. And it's the shortest month of the year. So these are the kind of things that happen. Let's think about it. Your Black history is already relegated down to just 1 month. But these are the kind of, now Black history is every day up in here. And y'all already know that. And we live every day, 7 to 9, Monday through Friday. But that's how you end up with 1 month to celebrate you. Because somebody didn't show up. Somebody comes say, well, you know, Black people, they all right. We're going to do Black History Month for 1 month. And then the rest of the time, we got all this foolishness going on, like Halloween and the Easter Bunny and all that stuff. People got to vote on that stuff, y'all. So don't be distracted. Don't be distracted.
Don't be distracted. Okay, so we're going to talk about community civic engagement, but I think now might be a good time because it's 9 before the hour. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. It's 51 degrees outside if you're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and 9 before the hour. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about community civic engagement update and where you can show up.
That's it.
If you're in Tulsa and around the country.
Another thing, I got some breaking news from our senator. I got a flyer. They said they woke up. I just got some from the mayor's office. You see what I'm talking about when you tune into the mayor. So I'm going to tell you what the mayor's office got to say. And then our senator, what she also had to say. We got something coming up right now. So we'll be right back.
Theater North Tulsa presents Nat Turner in Jerusalem at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center. A powerful two-person drama imagining the final night of Nat Turner as he confronts Thomas R. Gray, the man who recorded his words and helped shape his legacy. Written by Nathan Allen Davis and directed by Keith Daniels. It's the hit stage play Nat Turner in Jerusalem. Explore faith, resistance, and the cost of telling the truth. Don't miss Nat Turner in Jerusalem, playing at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, Liddy Dungeons Theater, February 21st and 22nd, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. And February 28th and March 1st, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. Get your tickets now for Nat Turner in Jerusalem at TulsaPAC.com or call 918-596-7111. Nat Turner in Jerusalem by Nathan Allen is presented by arrangement on behalf of Samuel French Incorporated.
You know what? It's really not that bad being up at 5 a.m.
Damali, you know what? You're absolutely right. The only thing better is we on 5 days a week.
7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
It's the Community Wake Up, our brand new morning show.
Right here on NYCU.FM.
And simulcast on KBOB 89.9 FM.
We got your Black History Trivia.
We got your medical report.
Don't forget the police report.
Your local, national, and international news.
Always the latest on upcoming events.
The Divine Nine and the HBCU check-ins.
And most importantly, we can't do it without you.
And make sure you join us each and every day.
It's the Community Wake Up
with Charles and Damali. It's the Community Wake Up. Wake up, wake up, wake up with Charles and
Damali.
We back, y'all. Remember, you can tap in with us on KBOB 89.9 FM over there with Uncle Bobby. You can tap in on NYCU.FM radio station. Click that play button. Listen local, national, international, at school, work, or play. We also live on YouTube. If you're at work, you got to put them bugs in your ear. The official World One Development news you can use, and we stream live all over the country. We're excited about day 7. It's Taco Tuesday, and we're talking about our responsibility, our civil engagement, because you know what? We're going to get it tight and get it right, like Mr. Energizer say down there in the J-Bone line.
That's right.
What we got, Damali?
Yeah, so Natasha Mitchell says, it's my birthday month, Charles. Don't rush it.
Hey, slow down.
Right.
Slow down a little bit. When Natasha say slow down and do the speed limit. I got you, family. Appreciate that.
Okay, so if you've been asking, how do I use my voice or where can I show up? This one's for you. Okay, so there are real opportunities happening right now for community members to engage around policy, voting, and justice locally, nationally, and even internationally. Here in Tulsa, locally, one of the most direct ways to exercise your civic power is through Tulsa City Council meetings.
There you go.
Okay, these meetings happen weekly and include time for public comment. You hear that? Public comment.
Right.
That means you talking. Where residents can speak directly on housing, public safety, city budgets, and community concerns. This is where your voice goes on record. Tulsa also hosts community conversations and neighborhood forums throughout the year designed to hear directly from residents about equity, services, and trust between the city and the community. School board meetings across the area are another key civic space, especially around education policy, student support, and resource allocation. Education is civic power. So we have two things that we want to share right here in this moment. Charles just got a message from the mayor's office. I'm
gonna say that's why community wake up works. When you sitting here while you live on the air, you getting stuff from the mayor's office, you getting stuff from the senator right now. See, that's what civil engagement means. That's what this platform means. And another thing that I don't want to get too far away from, these city council meetings where your voice is being heard, you can tune into this anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
So when your voice is being heard, your community sees you on the live. So we're going to start maybe inserting that live feed onto World One Development, because these things are live that you can chime in. If grandma want to hear what you said and grandpa want to hear what you said, you can just go on your phone, click that button. When you speaking for your community, guess what? The community sees you, because again, you cannot fake showing up.
That's right.
All right,
okay.
What we got?
So, Noor Vision Boarding Workshop. The New You Vision Boarding Workshop is a guided creative experience focused on vision casting, goal setting, and igniting your fire for 2026. This workshop is tailored for Black male participants. So this is something for our Black men to do. Right. And I think this is so great and so important, because there are not a lot of spaces where Black men can go and just be.
Right.
And so to be able to be in a space, in a professional setting where you can just talk and talk about, focus and vision and setting goals and all of that, I think this is just phenomenal. So this is going to be happening on Tuesday, February the 10th, which is today. It's going to take place at 6:00 p.m. from 6 to 8 at 7 North Cheyenne Avenue. There is a link for you to register, so we can send that out. If you're interested, then send Charles, because this is for men. So send Charles a message. Most of you already have his number. Send him a message, or you can send us a message on World One Development or at nycu.fm, and we'll get the information over to you. But this is a great opportunity for men in our community to be able to participate.
And I'll post it on World One Development after the show. So you can just check it out there and go ahead and register, because they might want to feed you a little something. Because when men show up, we need a sandwich like bruh man.
I have nothing to say.
You remember bruh man from the fifth floor?
I do.
When brothers show up, it's like bruh man from the fifth floor. So we might have a little pork chop sandwich. You don't like that, then you don't like pork and nothing, we'll have you a lettuce sandwich or something. But hey, men show up, because a lot of times with Black men, this world is totally different from us. And it's not to make no excuses for anything, but I'm telling you right now, a lot of times as Black men, you are just pegged as something different. When they say criminal, it's our face. When they say did this, it's our face. And that's not right, and it's unfair. So a lot of times we got to be able to get together and just kind of talk about some of the things we experience when we travel, when we dealing with our family and those kind of things. Because at the end of the day, nobody's giving more love than brothers, but we do not need to be seen as thieves and criminals and womanizers and that stuff, because that's not who we are, and that's not what we do, especially it's Black History Month. So we need to talk about these things. So we'll see you tonight at 6.
So it's 2 before the top of the hour, and we want to give you another important announcement. This is from our State Senator Regina Goodwin. And so she sent us a flyer that says, "Protect Tulsa's history, education, and legacy. A capital update. There's a threat to Tulsa's reconciliation, education, scholarship, Black history, and legacy. And we need to talk about it."
Right.
This is happening tonight as well. It's going to be at 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the Rudisill Regional Library, located at 1520 North Hartford Avenue. It says, "Your presence matters. Please join us, bring 2 people, and help spread the word. Community voices are needed now."
All I'm going to say, Damali, is you can't fake showing. Read this one more time. This is for our local people. So if you're national, international, we got some for you too. But so people in Tulsa can show up. Read it one more time, because this is our state senator. This is a person that has to be down here on Capitol Hill in Oklahoma City every day trying to push bills and fight for us. So when you have cousins or a family member or a dad, mom, anybody that's just as involved and they trying to vote, they trying to get a home, they trying to get a car, they just trying to get their kids, trying to get back in the game, Senator Regina Goodwin explains all these things to us. So whenever she has a little call to action like this, it's critically important to show up. You might not can be there the whole 2 hours, but at least show up for 20, 30 minutes to get something to show your community and your family that these things are important.
And I will say this is not just all about the Black community. Right. We need allies. Right. And so it, you know, come out and hear and then figure out how you can support. So I'm going to read this one more time. It said, protect Tulsa's history, education, and legacy. Capital update. So she's bringing us information from the state capitol. Right. She said there's a threat to Tulsa's reconciliation, education, scholarship, Black history, and legacy. So today, Tuesday, February the 10th, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., she wants to have a meeting at Rudisill Library, which is located at 1520 North Hartford Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She says your presence matters. Please join us, bring 2 people, and help spread the word. Community voices, I'm going to say that again, community voices are needed now.
So what we'll do for y'all, so some people may be in another state or another country want to see this. So Damali and I will pull up early. We'll go live so you can see what this looks like. And we'll interview a few people and all of that to show that we pulling up. And maybe for some grandma or somebody that can't make it, we'll decide how long we stay on the live. So we're going to do our part so everybody else can do their part.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So nationally, at the national level, many organizations host virtual town halls and forums that anyone can attend from home. Groups like the League of Women Voters, Common Cause, and the NAACP regularly offer these informationals on voting rights updates, policy briefings, and justice and democracy discussions. You don't have to be an expert to attend. These spaces are for learning and engagement.
Right.
Okay, so that's on a national level. Globally, civic participation is also being discussed through forums hosted by the United Nations and other global networks. These conversations focus on human rights, civic space, youth engagement, and democracy protection. Many of these forums are live streamed and open to the public. Civic power grows when people stay informed, show up consistently, ask questions, and encourage others to participate. Civic participation isn't just about elections, it's about being present where discussions are made. If you want change, information or accountability, showing up matters. There is space for your voice locally, nationally, and globally. So make sure that you tune in to some of the, just go listen. It's as simple as a Google.
Hey, you don't even have to leave your couch. Listen. You don't even have to leave the lazy boy. And to your point, Damali, the thing about it, I think we all have to consider, at one point, we didn't have cell phones with videos. Imagine how crazy it had to be during all these times when people was telling them about injustices, things that were happening, things that was going on. Normally, we couldn't have seen what was going on in Minnesota a few months ago. You go back in the day, you didn't know what was going on. We would have known some people came up and just shot a woman in a car trying to drive away. We would have known that a guy that works in the ER is going to get shot in the head and killed. You wouldn't even know them kind of things. You just kind of hear buzzes about it. But nowadays, with a cell phone, not only can you show up, you can go live and you can include people in, because like Damali said, it's black, white, green, or yellow. So that happened just in 2025, but then you go back to the George Floyd situation. Normally, you don't have no camera. You didn't get a chance to watch this man die on live. Think about y'all. We live in a country, Damali, when people that's supposed to protect and serve you are killing you. You almost essentially paying people to take you out. And I can't wait for us to have the next police report with Lieutenant DeLawrence Sanders, because I need to understand ICE role versus our sheriff department and our police department. Like, what these guys doing? I thought y'all, who am I supposed to listen to? You know, because if you the police and you the sheriff, and I've been doing just fine all my life, now I'm just going to get football tackled for somebody coming out of nowhere with a mask and some lokes on. Damali, that's a little different. So I'm not saying what the government can and can't do, because that's not my job. I'm just saying it's a right way to do whatever you're going to do, and you don't have to do it in a way that's so traumatizing to an entire nation when we want to be the best country in the world. But what kind of example do we want to give to anybody? You know, in that regard. So that's just my little take on. I get on rant on the soapbox about something, but let's treat each other. Now, we got clowns out here, and when you clown around, we got a spot for you clowning. But when you're just out here and you grabbing and snatching people, kids and all of that, and you're just doing it in a reckless way, I just think that it's a better way that we can do those things. Absolutely.
So it is now 5 past the hour. And we're going to give you your Black History Did You Know fact.
Let me get your thinking cap on and don't start Googling. I see them Googling fingers. Don't Google. It's Black History Month. I'm going to get it right.
So, Laura, go ahead.
It's Black History Trivia with Charles and Damali.
All right. Black History Did You Know fact. Now, what we're doing, because this is Black History Month, I'm giving y'all a break.
There you go.
So instead of doing trivia and making y'all really have to think hard, I'm just going to give you some facts.
Right.
So you got to the end of the month for me to give you some facts. But just know, come March 1st, trivia is coming back.
Right.
And there may be some merch in it for you. So make sure that you brushing up. You got a whole month.
Get your
another 2
Get
weeks.
your thinking cap on.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, can I go to the live before you do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, I just want to say that Miss Barbara Benson.
Oh, hey, Miss Barbara, how are you?
The only famous one is on. She said, "Good morning. Barbara's in the house. Watch your mouth." You know, we talk about civil engagement and Black history. We got to have this sister on the show. Her and your mama. We put them on the show. You're going to get all the Black history facts that you need. Love you, Miss Barbara. Thanks for tuning in. Miss Laura said that dreams are where innovation happens, guys.
That's right.
That is so true. Also, Laura Roberts said federal agents also have a different set of rules.
Yep.
You know, them rules can
obviously.
Right. Brenton Todd is watching.
What's up, Brenton?
Over there at the mayor's office,
brother?
Man. We love Brenton. Brenton, thank you for the job you are doing in the community. You talking about not faking showing up.
Okay.
Brenton Todd gonna show up. He been showing up. So we appreciate the job that he do every day. And Miss Charles, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back. We are getting to our Black history.
Our Black History Did You Know fact is what we're doing today. So did you know that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't born with the name Martin Luther King Jr.?
He wasn't?
No.
You sure?
I'm positive. He was actually born Michael King Jr.
Girl, I thought you finna say Michael Jackson Jr. Hold on. No, I'm my bad.
Michael Jackson wasn't here yet.
Michael Jackson wasn't here yet. Now you got to start to hold on. Now you can't take me fast like that. See, I don't know about y'all on the line. Y'all might have knew this already. I didn't. So slow down for a minute. So what you trying to tell me? Hold on. All my life. What's that thing? All my life. I had to fight.
No, we ain't fighting.
All my life I had to fight. And you finna sit here and tell me today, Black History Month 2026, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., that was not the name he was born.
Absolutely. That's what I'm telling you.
I got my thinking cap on.
Okay, so are you listening?
Yeah, I'm finna take my notes. Okay. Hey, y'all get y'all notes out too. Y'all didn't know. Well, some of y'all probably. If you knew, say you knew. If you didn't know, just say y'all didn't know either.
Right. So here we go. So he wasn't born with the name Martin Luther King Jr. He was born Michael King Jr.
Michael King Jr.
Yes. In 1934, after a trip to Germany, his father, who was a pastor, was inspired by the Protestant reformer Martin Luther and changed both of their names. The change was never formally filed at birth, though, but it became the name history would know. In 1958, during a book signing, also, this is another fact about Dr. King. In 1958, during a book signing in Harlem, New York, Dr. King was attacked by a woman who stabbed him in the chest with a letter opener.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
I ain't never heard that either.
Yes.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who was AKA Michael. Did she stab Michael or Martin? Who did she
Martin. It was Martin.
So he wasn't.
Yeah. He'd already changed his name. Yes, but she stabbed him with the letter opener in the chest. The blade came so close to his aorta that doctor said if he had sneezed, he would have died.
Oh my God.
He spent weeks recovering, and the incident deeply shaped his outlook on life, faith, and purpose. Years later, he reflected that the stabbing gave him a renewed sense of clarity about his mission and the fragility of life.
Hold on, bro. Now, my little bro said, yeah, I knew that. I learned a few years ago. Did you know he got stabbed with a what?
A letter opener.
With a letter opener. Who's safe? If a letter opener can take you out. Now, here's the thing. No more letter openers at school or work.
Right. It's over. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
If he would have sneezed,
said he would
have never known that Dr. Martin Luther King, a.k.a. Michael Jr.
Uh-huh.
Man, see that's why I got to watch the community wake up. Even though I'm on the show, I'm watching and waking up, and I'm on the show all together. Hey, I'm going to go to the live. Enlighten us, Damali. That's what I'm talking about, cousin. Uncle Brian said she died in a mental institution.
The lady did?
Yeah, that's what Uncle Brian said. That's the beauty of the history. Natasha said now he's stopping after trying to rush through February. And yeah, my brother said I just learned in the last few years. Appreciate that, bro. Brenton, appreciate you tuning in. We just announced your event that's coming up.
Cousin Pearlie said she remembers the incident.
For real?
Cousin? She remembers when it happened. Yeah.
Man.
That's
know what gets me, Damali, sometimes is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is so relevant that I think I was here when he was here.
Right. Yeah.
It took me forever to go, man, wait, hold on. I was not even born when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was here. All the great work he did, all the great marches, all the speeches. It's just that I had it all my life so much that one day I realized he died in the 60s and I was born in the 70s. I was like, I thought I seen him.
That's called leaving a legacy.
You know what? You're absolutely right, Damali. That's what you call leaving the right kind of legacy behind. So thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a.k.a. Michael. And this lady stabbed him and almost killed him. You got to survive something, Damali.
Okay.
What I'm hearing now is you got to survive something to be great. You know, you got to have a testimony to be great. So if you're going through something right now, just understand it's going to be all right in a minute, because I don't know no great leader that didn't go through something before they made it. So
this has been your Black History Did You Know fact right here on the Community Wake Up with Charles and Damali.
Yep. That's a good one. That's a great one. Thank you for that.
Yes. Okay. So it is 11 past the hour, and we are going to talk about health and wellness.
Woo! We get to the good stuff.
You know,
we get to the good health.
And wellness.
And here's another thing. Do you believe that health is wealth?
Oh, absolutely.
Why do you believe that?
Well, think about this. You can have all the money in the world, but if your health is bad, you're going to spend your wealth trying to get health.
Right.
You know, so you're not going to be able to enjoy life. Right. I would rather be healthy. I can tell you now, money is nice. Don't get me wrong.
Give you a couple of dollars now.
Give me a couple of dollars.
Change.
But I would rather have my health, because that's longevity. You know, I want to be around to see my grandkids have kids, you know, see the great grands and all that. You know, I want to see my kids and what they become, you know, and what they continue to do in life, you know. So, yeah, I health absolutely is wealth, in my opinion.
In our community, we got to talk about it, y'all, because we are having so many strokes and so many heart attacks, and it's getting younger and younger. People are having strokes and heart attacks and dying in their early 20s. We never heard that when we was younger. We was running around so much dancing off, can't touch this, doom, 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 doom. I mean, you just could pass away just because of the way we lived every day. But I'm glad we're going to talk about this, because this is one thing that I think, can I be real?
Okay.
Is I think that the age is, before you can retire, I think it's too long. I think 62 and 67.
He said it's too long.
I think it's a setup, Damali. Can we talk about it on the Community Wake Up? Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all.
Right.
But if you look at the average age that people die, and then you can't retire till a couple years before that.
Yeah.
Don't that sound like a Jedi mind trick?
Yep.
I mean, like, who came up with that? See, that's the kind of stuff we're going to come up with, Community Wake Up. Who came up with you can't retire? Now, here's the thing. If you wait 7 more years, we'll give you even more money. Yeah, because you're not going to be here. So, so I'm just thinking for our next generation coming up.
Right.
We got to call some spades, and find a way, because I feel like the new retirement age should be 40.
40?
Don't be a hater. Think about what I'm saying now. Hold on. Relax yourself. Okay. So if you go to school, let's say if you graduate from high school, you're 18.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You go to college.
I'm following you.
If you stay on time now, I graduated a little bit later. We're not talking about
I did too, but okay.
You did too? Okay. I graduated like at 25, but I had to have a do-over. But that's all right. I made it. I graduated. But if you graduate at 18, 17, 18, go to college and you're out by 21.
Yep.
So, okay. I feel like, this is my 2 cents. If you put in 20 years of working to help this world be better, 2 decades, let me make it sound long. If you put in 2 decades, I think at 40, they should give you that other 20, 25 years to enjoy your family, enjoy life, be able to retire and do some other things before your quality of life goes down.
Exactly.
Because by the time you hit the 50 club, like my brother, you go to watch Cat Williams to go do something else, you're going to sleep and miss the wake up morning show. See, you can't to wake up. But I just think, I'm being serious when I say that, okay, don't you government officials call me. I don't think you should be so close to death's door before you can retire from the work you put in. But if you work from 20 to 70,
yes.
How many years is that, Damali?
Right.
So what do you have left for your grandkids? Your cataract surgery, you can't see, you know, you done gained a little weight. So I feel like I just be my 2 cents that the retirement age, when you need to work now, can't retire if you didn't do nothing. But if you put that 20 in, I think they do that for is it the police department?
Yeah, some of the
criminal justice. Yeah. Certain careers you can retire after 20 years. If you're in the military, 20 years. So I think the 20 years, I think 40 to 45, you should be able to switch into a time of life. Hopefully you still got a good quality of life that you can enjoy your spouse, you can enjoy your kids and grandkids and those kind of things, but not push a brother talking about, well, at 70, I'm going to get 80% more money. At 70, you ain't going to be able to see outside. Maybe.
Maybe. Potentially.
What y'all think on the line?
So Regina said, yes, that's correct. She said, I feel the same way. Give me my money at 50.
Come on. See, the blue and white family.
Okay.
See, don't nobody show up for you.
The blue and white gonna show up.
What you think about that, Mother? I know that was a lot.
Well, let me see. Martisha Child said, I'm with you, Charles. Early retirement. Follow the FIRE movement. LOL. Financial independent. Retire early.
Hey, let me tell you.
Right. I love it. Pearlie said, speak truth, Charles. Gina said, military is they allow you to do that.
Said 20, yeah.
Look, Marquis said, Charles for president.
Hey, Marquis, you be my security, man. Because when I start trying to come up with stuff like that, they won't come for me. So I need a 6'4", 200 and whatever pounds security. So go with me, brother. We can do it together.
That is funny. Uncle Brian said, preach, Charles. All right. Look, I don't even know where I'm at.
But let me ask you, what do you think about just, your retirement is 62, 67, and some people go to 70.
Yeah.
But you just got to think about the people that we know. I got friends, man, I'm talking about in their 40s, 48, 49. And I just be looking like, man, at the food we eating, the water we drinking, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know about you. How old was your grandpa and your grandma and your great-grandparents when they passed away?
So my great-grandfather was like 116. My mom was on here. So
was Moses?
Don't.
Who? Wait a minute.
Don't do my family.
No, that's a Black history fact, right? Wait a minute. You got people living how long?
Yeah, my great-grandfather was 116, I believe. My mom is on here, so she'll correct me.
116?
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah. So he passed away when I believe my mother was 5.
It must be in Jesus' lineage or something.
Right.
What kind of blood? 116? Back during those times? Yeah. So they done lived through the Great Depression?
They lived through everything.
Was they a slave?
I'm sure.
God.
I'm sure.
106. So so that means I'm going to be long gone. You're going to be still. Community Wake Up with Damali. I'm 115. Good morning. I got to get some tips, Damali. You can't let me go out 116.
116. My grandfather lived to be in his 80s. He might have been 82, 83, something like that. But he had cancer, so he passed away from cancer, like 82, 83. So he died in the. So I used to think my grandpa was really cool because he was born in 1899.
Man,
1899. But yeah, he passed away when I was in high school. And then my grandmother passed away. She was in her 80s as well, but she passed away when I was I guess I was grown. I was in college when she passed away.
I can say this. My best friend growing up, name was Willie Slaughter. The Arkansas people, some of them will know him. And he became like my best friend. And I was 5 and he was 85.
Yep.
Let you know I was rolling with the old school people. That's why I'm an old soul. but he passed away at 103.
Yeah.
And I was like 25. And that was like the best relation. That's like my best relationship ever of my life. Because he would tell me about Martin and Malcolm and the Great Depression. And when I came to Oklahoma, he'd tell me about Oklahoma. He would talk to me about things like because he kind of was doing slavery time, how it would be him and his best friend was going to Louisiana, and how people could just grab you off the street and make you work in the field for 2 months. And so him and his friend was on their way somewhere. They just walking. They said, hey, I need y'all to help me do this for 2 months. So about a month in, his friend was like, man, we tired because we're going to be late getting to our family. So we tried to help you. So can we go ahead and go? And guess what they did? What? Pulled out a gun and shot his best friend in the head. And killed him. My God. Made him work in the field for another month while his friend was sitting rotting in the field. And then after that, he allowed him to go on. Imagine the kind of stuff some of our ancestors went through. Stuff I knew Willie was my partner to deal with stuff like that. But generational trauma. Before cameras and stuff. Imagine your best friend, you killed the person's best friend, make him work for another month while he in the field. Look, so my mama said grandma was 93. See, I don't even remember. Well, hold on, mama. I'm cool with the 93. Now, the mother done said 116. So, mama confirmed. So that's your mama's dad. So your mama's grandpa, yes, lived to get 116. So mama said grandpa was 85 when he passed in 85. See, I told you it was in the 80s. I was in high school. I knew that. And then grandma was 93. And then great grandpa was 116. Am I correct? Hit it on the live. And look, y'all getting some live stuff. Y'all in Arkansas, because I'm not just asking this. I'm asking this for a reason. I'm finna drink more water. I'm finna get my body. I'm finna get the regimen on what. So this is what Uncle Brian said. His great grandmother died at 97. His grandmother died at 74. His grandfather died at 92, and his mother died at 81. So they was all up there. They was all up there in age. So Damali, health is wealth. I feel, y'all tell me on the live, I feel like back then they lived longer because they lived more off the land. Right. Because I'm sure some of these people, they had a garden or they had something. They had some apple trees, some pear trees or something, because my grandparents lived to get into their 80s. And I think they passed away because their hot water heater blew up. Oh, wow. You know, when I was in high school, then they got burned really, really bad. Yep, mama confirmed. Yeah. Grandfather was 116. See, now I got to get some tips from y'all, because 106. That's like the oldest person. Gina said, yes, eat clean and stay hydrated. Eat clean. See, bars, y'all. That's why y'all tune in local. Eat clean and stay hydrated. And so it must be something big about dehydration. I done seen people go to the hospital and thought they was going to die. And all they need to do is drink water. Dehydrated. Didn't that come crazy? You're in the hospital and you ain't going to make skin all dry. Here's the ticket. If you look ashy, if you're ashy, stop putting on all that lotion. Right. Drink you some water to get your glow back. Get that vibranium back in you. Right. Thanks, Mom. I know we're off a little bit. Yeah, we off. I'm just saying this to say we're finna talk about health is wealth. And when you're able to live to get 116 and 90, and like Miss Maybell, like about 96 of people that we know, imagine the impact you get to make on your family when you have that much longevity. Right. And the history of your family and things. So it's not just your health. It's the stories you get to tell. It's the legacy you get to leave behind. Or history. Is a big thing. I'm glad you said Miss Maybell too, because I'm going to deviate just for a minute and say shout out to Miss Maybell and Theater North, because they paid for advertisement with News You Can Use and the Community Wake Up. So we really appreciate them. And once again, I'm going to say, if you are not paying for advertisement in your small business, then you need to be doing that. You need to be including that in your budget, because if you don't exist digitally somewhere, gone are the days that word of mouth is going to get you to generational wealth. You need to be advertising, and this is one of those places where you can advertise. So if you want to reach out to us, you can go to world1development.com or nycu.fm and leave a message. Scroll down to the contact us, leave a message, and somebody will get back in contact with you to talk about advertising packages. We reach any budget, so we can meet you where you are and we can grow together. So, hit us up. That's at world1development.com or nycu.fm. Now let's get back to the script. Let's do this. And that doesn't matter, local, national, or international. You see the audience that's on, so it don't matter where you got. China, Japan, Africa, West Coast, East Coast, up north, down south. But just in case I run for president, before we go too far, I told you my boy Marquise is a big guy. If I do run, Marquise done verified it. 6'4", 310 pounds, and he's ready to be security.
He gonna have a little look. Speaking of,
I'm gonna get him some stuff on the earphone. Me and him, I get you something you can hear too. Marquise, something going on, because he can just walk in. You be like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah, we ain't doing it no more.
All right, let's get to the lecture at hand. My bad. So health,
yes,
is wealth, is what we're about to get into.
So this is what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about emotional resilience and why it matters, not just for personal well-being, but for civic power and participation. Right. See how we bring that back around full circle, in our community. So it says emotional resilience is the ability to cope, adapt, and keep going. Now, you know, our community know about this all too well. Yeah. Even when things feel heavy, uncertain, or discouraging, it's how you stay grounded instead of giving up. And here's the connection. Communities need emotionally resilient people to participate, advocate, and lead. Civic engagement isn't always easy. It can involve tough conversations, slow change, disappointment, or feeling unheard. Without emotional resilience, people burn out, withdraw, or disengage. But when resilience is present, people stay focused without being overwhelmed. They speak up without becoming hostile. They show up consistently, not just once, and they listen, learn, and keep participating. Emotional resilience helps us respond instead of react. It allows us to care deeply without carrying everything alone. And resilience doesn't mean ignoring emotions. It means acknowledging frustrations, grief, or anger, and still choosing constructive action.
Ooh, that's just a choice.
It's a choice.
Your emotions, if we forget everything else today, your emotions is a choice. Mm-hmm. And I love that you say when you can balance out your emotions that you're a better leader. Mm-hmm. Because when you get ready to speak for the people, it's good to be sharp, precise, but loving kind, because we want you to land your point. And sometimes if you angry and you done decided to slap everybody, then you can't land your point. So you didn't benefit nobody. You just had a moment that satisfied yourself, but you did not help your people.
Exactly. So strong civic participation requires self-regulation, empathy, patience, and hope. These are wellness skills. So if we want strong civic power, we must also support mental and emotional health in our communities. That looks like making space for rest, encouraging open dialogue, and supporting one another through setbacks, and remembering that progress takes time. Caring for your emotional well-being is not separate from civic life. It's part of how you sustain your voice. Because resilient people don't always survive systems, they help change them.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go to the live, Damali. You done got deep right there, but I love how we go up high, but to bring it down, to get that in your ear gate, you know what I'm talking about, to balance you out more. Let's go to the live. We got a lot of messages on there. I want to forget the people. We can start with Uncle Brian up there.
Okay, so Uncle Brian says too much preservatives put in the water, air, and food. We need to find a way to eat clean. Cousin Pearlie said, so true. People during that time grew their own food and raised their own meat. Uncle Brian said, just because it says organic doesn't mean the food is clean. Also, we need to find a way to clean the spirit of all negativity as well. Now, you saying something right there. Yeah. Gina said, I plant a garden every year for my veggies. I love to watch things grow. It literally keeps me grounded and at peace. Now, let me just tell y'all something. And Gina, you're going to have to help your sister out, okay? Right. So I planted a raised bed. And I grew, some tomatoes and, some little garlic, some little stuff.
You had a little something going on.
Yeah, I had a little something going on. But let me tell y'all something. I guess I'm just so city. Because that is a lot of work. And I just had a little bitty raised bed. I can't even imagine having a full garden. You know, I mean, just some little tomatoes. It was just little stuff, and I was like, this is, you gotta
connect back to Mother Earth, Damali.
I guess.
You gotta connect, and you gotta talk to the veggies. You got to be like, hello, little one. How are you feeling today?
Listen.
I mean, I think they said that. They said you got to talk to them. You got to engage in them. Damali, like, grow so I can eat my salad because I already got my ranch dressing ready. That's not the way to go about it.
Listen,
You gotta.
I guess maybe I got a
You gotta get up early in the morning when the wind is blowing. And I
did that, and actually it was kind of pretty cool. But then then life started lifing. No, life started lifing, and I was just like, oh, I ain't got no time to get out there and be messing with that garden. I gotta go.
So I think that because we're so busy.
Yeah.
So that's the event center fault, Edgerect fault.
Exactly. World One Development just done woke me out, so I couldn't even do my garden.
So you was almost there. So we are gonna find some time so Damali can get her piece back, so that she can do like her soror Gina. They pledge together, and they can go to the garden together. Slow down, and then bring me a salad. Me and Steve and our producer, because we get hungry sometimes. Bring us a little salad. We'll let y'all know the fruits of your labor. How it turned out. But I agree with y'all saying. I grew up in Arkansas. And you want to talk about living off the land? Mm-hmm. When I was growing up, my grandparents had peaches and pears and plums and hogs and chickens, and you could go get blackberries and strawberries and mustardimes and apricots. Have y'all? I don't even know if apricots exist. Have you ever heard of an apricot?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but
apricots be big. You bite it, and it just everywhere is gone. You knew you was healthy. It just put a mask over your face, your skin start glowing, your hair turned curly. I'm like, man, mama, I got good hair now. But when people grew their own fruit, I could just tell they was much healthier. Because my grandpa was chasing me at 80 like he was Carl Lewis. Okay. I couldn't get my grandpa. My grandpa would chase you down.
Not playing a game. Gina, tell me what you got in your garden. I want to know what you got in your garden. But she said she's country, that her grandpa had a garden. She said, and yes, it is a lot of work. So see, I ain't lying. It was a lot of work. Uncle Brian said, here goes Charles.
Okay, my bad.
Cousin Perny said, Charles, you are a true comedian.
No, I'm just trying to state the facts because Damali she almost connected with Mother Earth. And
I almost got there.
Her and Mother, they was coming together.
They was coming together. My feet was in the soil. I was there. But then I got a phone call that something happened at the event center and I had to leave.
Yeah, her feet was in the soil by the time the people got there, wouldn't have but footprints. She was gone, and no evidence that she was there.
And listen, and my grandbabies don't have patience either because little Kai snatched the tomato off of the vine before it was even ready. I was all proud. I had 2 little tomatoes. I was like, oh, look what I did. She was like, hey, Nana, I took it off the tree for you. I'm like, girl, it wasn't even ready yet.
Yeah. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start connecting community. When we get on the wake up, we're going to show up at some garden places and take some pictures because there are a lot of people in Tulsa, Oklahoma that grow many, many things. Like Gina, I didn't even know soror did.
Look, so she said she grows okra, tomatoes, jalapenos, corn, watermelon, cucumbers, zucchini, and squash. Dang, girl, put some cabbage out there.
That sounds like the Garden of Eden. You got to stay away from the apples. Gina, you got everything over at your house. We coming by there too. It's too late now.
Exactly. You grow enough for me, sis.
Well, I want to just say this too. Congratulations. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. To have that type of green thumb.
Exactly.
To grow all of that, because you just never know nowadays. We all might be eating at Gina's house.
Right. Yeah, real talk.
We don't even know what's safe out here no more.
Who got a safe house? Because we might need it. Store this stuff up.
I think what we should do, we need to get soror out to help the kids at our summer camp and spring break camp, just to come talk about it, get a couple seeds, just to educate our next generation.
Let them plant something.
Some of these lost skills, I think they get lost because we don't get to transfer them down to these younger people. So Gina, we're gonna get with you on that soror.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing.
And she said, and chard. I don't even know what that is. Sis, what is that? You tell me what that is. I don't even know what that is. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm a city girl.
All right, we're back to the wellness.
Yeah.
We back for. Let's go back to the wellness. What we got?
No, we're done with wellness. We're moving to the small business spotlight.
We're at the bottom of the hour. Want to take a quick break?
We can.
Theater North. Shout out to Miss Maybelle Wallace. This is a huge event that's coming up. We got other stuff going. So we're gonna take a real quick break. When we come back, we're gonna come back with what?
The small business spotlight.
Small business spotlight. You on the community to wake up. We'll be right back, y'all.
Theater North Tulsa presents Nat Turner in Jerusalem at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center. A powerful 2-person drama imagining the final night of Nat Turner as he confronts Thomas R. Gray, the man who recorded his words and helped shape his legacy. Written by Nathan Allen Davis and directed by Keith Daniels. It's the hit stage play Nat Turner in Jerusalem. Explore faith, resistance, and the cost of telling the truth. Don't miss Nat Turner in Jerusalem, playing at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, Liddy Dungeons Theater, February 21st and 22nd, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. And February 28th and March 1st, 8 o'clock and 3 p.m. Get your tickets now for Nat Turner in Jerusalem at TulsaPAC.com or call 918-596-7111. Nat Turner in Jerusalem by Nathan Allen is presented by arrangement on behalf of Samuel French Incorporated. Buy local, build local, support local. The Small Business Spotlight is brought to you by NYCU.FM. Listen live at NYCU.FM 24/7. Local dreams, local dollars, local success.
Looking to take your event to the next level with professionalism and energy? Contact World One Development. We host events, have radio personalities, offer community engagement and videography. We also do live radio remotes, red carpet appearances, create promos, event recaps, drops, and flyers. We also create customized advertising packets to promote your business, organization, or program. Visit our website at world1development.com. You can also reach us on social media at World One Development. EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as Spring Break Camp, Summer Camp, and After School. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, for education and recreation.
You know what? It's really not that bad being up at 5 a.m.
Damali, you know what? You're absolutely right. The only thing better is we on 5 days a week.
7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
It's the Community Wake Up, our brand new morning show.
Right here on NYCU.FM.
And simulcast on KBOB 89.9 FM.
We got your Black History Trivia.
We got your medical report.
Don't forget the police report.
Your local, national, and international news.
Always the latest on upcoming events.
The Divine Nine and the HBCU check-ins.
And most importantly, we can't do it without you.
And make sure you join us each and every day.
It's the Community Wake Up
with Charles and Damali. Hey, turn me up.
You woke up now.
Hey, turn me up. 36 after the hour, y'all. Welcome to the Community Wake Up with Charles and
Damali.
And we are back. Let me tell you something. We live on KBOB 89.9 FM. Uncle Bobby. Shout out to Uncle Bobby. Shout out to DJ JB Smooth. Shout out to Stephen Keys. We also live on YouTube, the official World One Development news you can use. We're live on NYCU.FM radio station. So when we go off the air, you stay locked in your earbuds. Schoolwork or play, we play clean music, the best R&B and throwbacks, so you can be jamming with us all day long and stay up to date on the latest.
Yes.
But now we live on the Community Wake Up,
yes.
Live Monday through Friday, 7 to 9. But me and Damali, we are back. We live with our people too. We got people local, national, international. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Click that share button. We're going to get back to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? And you said DJ JB Smooth, and I just want to give a huge shout out to JB as well, because I'm listening to all of our drops that he's put in for us. He is killing the game, and I appreciate that. Yeah. So thank you so much, JB, for doing that. Again, if you guys want to advertise with our station, then please hit us up at world1development.com, or you can call Charles or me if you have our numbers. Most everybody got it. So call us and let us know.
And here's the thing. We take the show on the road. We were just in Arkansas this weekend. Turned up with my cousin. Look, my cousin Nem, N-E-M. We was turned up with my cousin Nem. Had a good time.
Yes.
And rode on back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Home of Black Wall Street. Arkansas, did they show you some love?
They did show me some love. They absolutely did. We had a blast in Arkansas. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate that.
One question.
Yes.
Is Southern hospitality real or fake?
No, it's real. It's real. It's a real deal.
Southern hospitality?
It's a real deal.
How's the food?
Food was amazing.
You went to Woods? I heard you went to Woods.
Went to Woods, and listen, I wasn't even supposed. Where is SB the Grindaholic? SB, they told me that they had some bread that was out of this world.
She don't eat bread, but they bought them hush puppies. And
ate it all.
Yeah, she got some hush puppies in her pocket right here on the show. She be eating them on break. I didn't want to say that, but I couldn't hush about the hush puppies.
Right.
But anyway, we back, y'all. Appreciate y'all
exactly.
locking in with us.
Exactly. So now we're up to our small business spotlight. And I think this is one of your favorite parts of the show. One of my favorite parts too, because we get to highlight a small business. Now, remember, if there's a small business in your community that you would like to highlight, then send us the name of that business. We'll go ahead and find some information about the business and we'll highlight them because we want people to know about all of these small businesses. There are so many grassroots businesses and organizations that do so many great things that have been in community forever.
Right.
But people just don't know about them.
Exactly.
So we want to shed some light so that other people in other places know about the small businesses in our community or in any community as for that matter. So today we're going to highlight this morning's small business spotlight is all about food, culture, and community. We're shining a light on Wanda J's The Next Generation restaurant right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, home of Black Wall Street. And we're really doing this because there's a lot of y'all that are coming for the biker rally that's coming up in May. You need to go to Wanda J's Next Generation.
You got to make sure she get it. She was just honored a few years back at Booker T. Washington High School. She actually had a birthday party, and she was celebrating 50 years
of serving community.
So Wanda J's seasoning is 50 years old. And I can tell you, I would stack her chicken, and I would stack her peach cobbler.
Oh, my God. That peach cobbler? Oh, God.
In the country. I watch people come from Texas and Arkansas and Kansas buying pans of her chicken
to take it back.
Home. And she is shipping her peach cobbler that's famous all over the country. And I'm so excited that we are spotlighting this family restaurant on today.
Yes. So we wanted to spotlight Wanda J's Next Generation, which is owned and operated by Wanda J's son, Mr. Ty, and his daughters. But Wanda J, you can always find her around there doing something. Now, she's supposed to be retired.
But she can't do it.
But she can't sit down. She always doing something. So she's always around, always got a hug and a smile for you, always got some words of wisdom for you. But Wanda J's restaurant is known for serving up more than just food. It's a place where flavor, tradition, and hospitality come together. It reflects the heart of Tulsa's local food scene and the importance of Black-owned business in shaping culture and community. This is the kind of place where food is made with care and the community feels welcome. As a local restaurant, Wanda J supports jobs, keeps dollars circulating in Tulsa, and creates a space where people can gather, connect, and enjoy meals that feel like home. Businesses like Wanda J's The Next Generation restaurant reminds us that small businesses are not just about commerce. They're about culture, ownership, and legacy. So today we celebrate local entrepreneurship, Black-owned business excellence, and a restaurant that adds flavor and pride to Tulsa. That's today's small business spotlight with Wanda J's Next Generation restaurant, owned and operated by the family of Wanda J, serving Tulsa with heart and hospitality.
I love it. That's a good spotlight. And what I love about Wanda J's, you see about 4 generations when you go over there. You got Miss Wanda J, you got her son, got kids, and they got kids. So another beauty about Wanda J's is it's 4 generations. So you get a chance to taste the food of 4 generations cooking in the kitchen. A lot of people don't know, before we started or before I started this community work, you know, you got to figure out who to talk to about what you're going to do. Because let me tell you something, if you're an entrepreneur and you're younger and you're just now getting started, remember this, there is nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
So before I started doing any community stuff, I used to talk to Miss Wanda J. Hey, we're looking at doing a youth and family fun center. What are some of the programs or what are some of the needs and all those things that are going on? And then to find out the same building, our Edgewater Youth and Family Fun Center that we're about to do our spring break camp in, by the way, here next month. She tried to get the same building 20 years ago, but they put a lot of roadblocks up. End up the building that we got, that we now have been having for 14 years. But most of the programs that we have, I got most of them from Wanda J. I didn't have to reinvent the same things that we were thinking. She kind of solidified what it was and confirmed that it was a need. Now, let me show you what a love is. I'm going to pass it back to you, Damali. When we opened up our store, she wanted to support us. She wanted to support us so much. She actually opened Wonder J's on Sundays, and actually did Sunday dinners for about a year.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to ensure us as young people could succeed at what we was doing. And when she brought that peach cobbler in there, the whole community showed up at Edgerec.
Yes.
And we was able to tell them about our spring break camps and our summer camps and our after school programs and our movie cinema, our computer lab and our football, basketball, baseball, and all the stuff we had going on. So we love you, Wonder J. Shout out to her and the next generation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Miss Pearlie said, we enjoyed you guys. Woods is the place. And Natasha Mitchell said, amazing legacy.
Yes.
Talking about Miss Wanda J. Cousin Pearlie said, I plan to be in your city in April and I want to eat there. So we're going to take you to Miss Wanda J's. We got you.
Don't even worry about it. I got you covered.
Yes. Absolutely. So we're going to talk about community alerts. These are some things that you should know about. Now, we already shared a couple. I'll repeat one of those for sure. So scholarship opportunities. We were talking a little bit earlier about the money and about the gatekeepers.
We're not gatekeeping. We take this information down.
Yes. And there are some more coming, but their deadlines are later on in the year. So we kind of move those so that we could just kind of focus on all of this new information that we're trying to provide. Right. But scholarship opportunity, there is over $770,000 in scholarships for Oklahoma students. It's open to grades 9 through 12. They will test your knowledge of Oklahoma history and geography. You can register by February the 27th at oklahomahof.com. We don't know how much each scholarship is going to be, but go out there and apply,
and get your part.
Yeah, get your share. Okay, Edgerec, Charles just mentioned this. Edgerec Spring Break Camp is accepting registrations right now. You can call 918-430-3947 or go to edgerectulsa.com. You can sponsor a child, multiple children, or the entire camp. The camp is $60 per child for the week. That comes with breakfast, lunch, a snack, and then it's going to come with all the activities. Kids are going to be learning about woodworking. We're super excited about this program. It's going to be starting, we're going to introduce the kids to woodworking so that over summer camp, then they'll be able to do bigger projects. So shout out to Greg Taylor and his crew over there with Northside Toys. We're also going to be doing STEM and STEAM.
Both.
STEM and STEAM. So we're STEM is just an art component added into STEM. So we're going to be doing that. So shout out to Education for Scholars who are going to be working with us on that component. So there's going to be some new things that are happening. We like to do a lot of different things with our kids and just throw a lot of things at them because you never know what's going to stick and resonate with a child.
I like that because when we go back to school, we had home ec.
Yeah.
Boy, everybody felt like they could cook something, even though you was only cooking cookies. But them cookies was good, though. But you had to make something. I can still make a short set and that little pillow that you put the little stuffing in. You know that? But at least you would at least introduce to the needle and the thread, right? And then I remember I took a little bit of welding when I was in school because the little hood got welding going on and did some woodworking. I think that built us a little different, Damali. And I'm glad at Edgerec we're bringing some of those things back because at the end of the day, everybody is not a genius and want to be just into a book and chasing numbers all day. Some people love to work with their hands, whether that's masonry work or carpentry work and those kind of things. So I'm glad we're going to get our kids' hands active. And if we can, try to get them like a little certificate. So all this development that's going on, we're talking about generational wealth. We're going to try to get some of these kids on these jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. And these skills are transferable, so it's something that you can do. Because let me tell y'all something. In our community, we know we always got to have a side hustle.
Right.
We got to have something else going on because the dollars that you make on your job may not pay all the bills.
Right.
So you got to have a legal side hustle that you can do in order to maintain and to take care of them children. That's how you supplement. Because I tell people all day, I mean, you can find a job that you love, but the job that you love may not pay what you need to support that lifestyle because you want to go to Jamaica, take cruise and go to the Bahamas. So that's where them good side hustles come in. Whether that's doing hair, is one that a lot of women do as a side hustle. So you get your cosmetology. That's a great side hustle for your brothers to be able to put up and do that is a great one. Things like a flower shop. Some people love just arranging flowers and stuff. That's a good side hustle. So all we're saying is we want you to do the things that's going to impact community,
but we understand that lifestyle too. So get you a side hustle so that you can still take them big cruises and do all that stuff. Now you got the best of both worlds.
Exactly. Natasha said your neighboring cousins in Bartlesville are huge fans of Wanda J's.
Oh, see there? I told you that's like a good 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
I'm sure.
Marticia says, I went to school for basically free because of all the scholarships. She said, kids, please, please, please apply. Okay, so we want to make sure that you know about all the scholarships, and we got some more. Divine 9, they're offering a ton of scholarships,
right?
So we'll talk about those probably next week. I'll start putting those out again and put those in the rotation. The deadlines are farther away, so I was just trying to make sure that we had these because these deadlines are coming up really quick. Wanted to also remind you about our state senator Regina Goodwin has a meeting tonight,
right?
February the 10th at 6:30 p.m. It's from 6:30 to 8:30. And this is what her flyer says. It says, protect Tulsa's history, education, and legacy. Capital update. There's a threat to Tulsa's reconciliation education scholarship, Black history, and legacy. So tonight, they're going to have a meeting about it at the Rudisill Library located at 1520 North Hartford Avenue. She says, your presence matters. Please join us, bring 2 people, and help spread the word. Community voices are needed. So that's hosted by Senator Regina Goodwin. So we need to get down there to see what she needs from us in order for her to be able to do her job for us at the state capitol.
Let me say this too. To get to the capitol from Tulsa, you may have to drive about an hour and a half at least to get there. But she's bringing the capital update right to our community.
Right.
Damali, how much easier do it get?
I know, right?
You ain't got to drive down one. Now that's an hour and a half one way. Then you got to come back.
Yeah.
But now you can drive right to the Rudisill Library, right our community, get a capital update on what's going on. And we talking about money, we talking about history, and we talking about things that matter.
Yeah.
So we'll be there tonight. We'll go live for 20, 30 minutes, depends on how we feeling, but you can't fake showing up. So be in the building.
Right. All right. So we have about 9 before the end of the show, before the top of the hour. So we want to remind you that tomorrow is Wellness Wednesday. Yes. So our theme on tomorrow is going to be healing the community.
Right.
So we're going to talk of everything that we're going to talk about the show is going to be from the perspective of how we can heal our own community. And we need to start with us first, to be honest.
I want to tell you what I like about the wellness and the health thing is I'm hoping that we can help some people with their New Year resolution, hit the reset button and just try it again. Because based on what we looked up and found, statistics show just in the month of January, everybody wants to get healthier, but 60% fall off in the first 30 days of the year. So that means 60% of y'all done already tapped out, including me. I ain't been back to the gym in 2 weeks, but we're not going to talk about me. We talk about, I'm just playing. We talking about us, but we're going to get back to the gym. Because life is about being an example too, Damali.
That's right.
So we're going to start back hitting the gym after the show next week. So we're going to do our part because we was part of that 60% this week. But we was busy, but that's just
life be lifing.
We all are busy, but let's try to be you ready to work out?
I am. I really am.
Shout out to Crossover. Crossover is right across the street. And we're going to do some stuff with them. So we're going to be able to do our show. And this is what community is about. And then we can go across the street and grab us a workout.
Yeah.
So we're going to start next week. Now you start getting your meal prep, start drinking water like Gina said, because we want to be healthier, Damali, together.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
You ready?
I am. I really am, because that is something about working out that gets your mental right. You know?
Right.
So I am. I'm ready to get back in there.
Try to get our little summer. What they say, man, I'm trying to get my summer body together. You know, what is the difference between a winter body, a fall body, and a summer body?
Well, that hibernation will kind of kill you.
You come out all fluffy and soft.
Fluffy.
Come out. Now, we're not going to be fluffy.
No, I won't be fluffy.
We're going to start working out. So we'll be the example in whatever we're doing and our tips we will share. So the first thing you do, go get your checkup first. Go check with the doctor. Get out here and get the power running and fall out somewhere.
Right.
So go check with your doctor. Make sure you're good. And let's start us a little regimen and stay healthy together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? This one got up to 55 degrees now.
Hey, it feels good. I'm not complaining about it.
I'm loving it.
I welcome. And February too, because normally February is brutal in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because the weather kind of crazy, but I'm going to take advantage. So if you need to get out and do some things, today is your day.
Today would be the day, because I believe we're going up to 68 degrees today.
68? That's like 70?
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Almost. All right. Don't forget to like our page, share with 5 friends and ask them to like our page. But most importantly, we want you to tune in tomorrow too.
Right.
You
To
know.
make sure you stay tapped in. Damali, let me ask you, how you feeling thus far come week 2, day 7 of the show? You still feeling good? You look.
I actually am feeling really good. I think that, you know, we've been able to expand to be able to talk about more things. And because we're on every day, this gives us a platform where there's just a lot going on that we need to share. And so to be able to lay the foundation so that come March 1st, hey, we're ready to rock and roll, you know, but these are the types of things we're talking about. And we're still having, you know, impactful conversations as we move towards, you know, what the actual show is going to be. So like we said, this is a community wake up. So we want to talk about what you want to talk about.
Right.
So whatever it is that you guys want to talk about now, as long as it ain't crazy.
we ain't gonna do that.
We ain't gonna do crazy, but we are gonna have candid, frank conversation. If there's something that you don't understand, then let us know, because we want to be able to bring you information and so that you are informed. When it's time for elections, we want you to get out there and we want you to vote, but we want you to be informed when you vote, because your voice does matter, even though people try to make us think it doesn't matter, but it does. So yeah, I'm totally enjoying, you know,
let's do this
show.
I can't wait till we do the segment where we're going to talk about all of the development that's going on in North Tulsa. When you talk about being neglected for many, many years here in North Tulsa, for you Tulsans that done moved, you know how it was, graduated, got your college degree and didn't make it back home. And we understood that, because you could not live, work, and play right in your own community, which I feel like that's something everybody aspires to do. But when you come back to North Tulsa now, if you come to the corner of 36th Street North and Peoria, right now it's going to be a whole lot different, because Comanche, guess what, Damali?
Going on.
Comanche been gone, long gone. Now, shout out to all the people that lived in Comanche.
Yeah.
No problem there. But now you got 100 units that are now at capacity. But now, if you haven't been here in a few months, right across the street, they done framed that sucker all the way up to 4 stories already. So now the 2 bedrooms and the 2 and 3 bedrooms are coming online. And then right behind that, guess what, Damali? They're bringing in 73 homes through Capital Homes. These homes are going to be equivalent to Broken Arrow, South Tulsa, Owasso, and all these other places. So for some of you young people, make sure you stay locked in on the community wake up. So not only just to participate in the development piece of it, but if you need a home, you want to make sure school is good and everything that's activated, they got little restaurants coming in. We got some grants for some turnips coming on. I'm just saying it's a lot, Damali, that's going on and to be desired right here in North Tulsa. That's right here in our own community. What do you think about that?
And that's why we're here on the air, to let you know about the things that are coming, because I know a lot of times, what did I read in one of our affirmations? That change takes time. So it doesn't go fast, you know, but it's coming. And, you know, fortunately, we have been afforded a seat at the table to understand and know what's happening in our community so we can bring it to you. So, you know, just it's coming. Uncle Brian, I see your comment. You say it doesn't have to be high impact when we're talking about exercise and Wellness Wednesday. He said it doesn't have to be high impact. It can be low impact, like Tai Chi.
Right.
Love that. Yes. Actually, there is, and I don't know, I think Tai Chi, there's a lot of programs, you know, because they're older folks do Tai Chi.
Right.
But I've been getting that in my news feed lately. What does that mean? Does that mean they think I'm old? I'm like, what's going on?
That's like getting that AARP card early.
I'm like, what?
Tell y'all AARP something. Don't send people their card a year early. Like, man, can you not wait? Give me a minute. I got the card and I just sitting there looking at it. I'm like, time go fast, they say, when you're having fun. And I feel like what we do in community, we're able to have fun.
Yeah.
But how did you feel when the AARP, did they send your card to you early?
I'm like, why they sending this to me? I ain't ready. And then I look, I'm like, oh, I guess I am in the neighborhood.
Just that quick, huh?
Like, yeah.
So, hey, just like, that's the thing about life. It goes pretty fast. You go from being the youngest at the party, the youngest on your job, the youngest here and there. Next thing you know, you grandma and grandpa like us.
Exactly.
You know, but we still community.
And I'm Nana, thank you.
Nana, not grandma?
No, I'm Nana.
Why nobody want to be grandma and grandpa?
Grandma is my mama.
Grandma is your mom. That's gonna be, but you don't want to. You want to be Nana.
I'm Nana.
And Gigi. See all these new names on. Nobody want to just be Papa and Grandma. No.
Look, Patricia Griffin says she has Tai Chi at 10 o'clock this morning. Girl, where's you doing Tai Chi at?
Yeah,
Patricia.
Good job.
Yeah, but that's a great job.
Let me give a couple of shout outs before we get off here, because we got to do the last update. So, man, we're gonna miss y'all. But tomorrow is hump day. We're gonna make sure We help you get over the hump. But man, Mr. Energizer,
Hey.
still locked in. Remember, you tune in to later tonight from 11 to 3 in the morning. Mr. Energizer, he be rocking.
Going nuts.
Late at night. Bro, appreciate you locking in. My little bro stayed locked in all day. Of
Hey.
course, Uncle Brian, he got acknowledged.
Yes.
Miss Renice Jones is still locked in Louisville.
Yes.
We may bring a show to Louisville. So Regina,
Yes,
still locked in with us. We appreciate you. We love you, sis, for staying locked in with us. Uncle Chess, still locked into the spot.
Yeah.
Your mom,
yes.
my mom, still
I see
locked
Richie
in.
Anderson is on here.
Richie Anderson, what's going on, Richie?
Yes.
Richie, let me just pause for a minute before we go off because we only got about another minute. Thank you for that donation.
Yes.
Down there. That was a pleasant surprise, man. We gave you a huge shout out, and that's why I say you the #1 Booker T Hornet in the world. To me, I don't care what nobody say, Richie. I appreciate you doing that for me.
All right, so we're going to jump right in here and say, because we got 1 minute before the end of the show, if you would like to advertise your events or business on the show, you can go to nycu.fm and submit an inquiry. And the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to me and Charles and our guests, and not necessarily to this station, affiliates, organization, committee, or other group or individual associated with nycu.fm and World One Development News you can use, and KBOB 89.9 FM.
Good job, Damali. And remember, you just want to support all the great work we do, local, national, and international. Go to World One. The one is spelled WON development.com. You see that yellow donate button? Click it. $5, $20 a month, $50 a month. Help us help others.
Yes.
Also, I know a lot of y'all love Cash App. So $ World One Development. So until next time, we're going to see you on Hump Day. Great job, Damali. Little fist bump right there. Great job, Stephen, over there. KBOB, thank you over there. DJ JB Smooth for them drops. And we'll see you tomorrow.
This has been the Community Wake Up with Charles and Damali.
Boom. Just like that.